Our boy Phil Burnell, he is like a conundrum, ladies and gentlemen. Is conundrum the right word? I'm not sure if it's the right word, but anyway, Phil says that he is misunderstood, yet he treats his viewers like utter garbage. Phil says that he's a success. You can hear it all the time. I'm a success. Not me. I don't get paid for this. Anyway, Phil says that he's a success. He's a success. He has hundreds and thousands of viewers who just give him money all the time. Phil's a success. Yet, then on the other hand, he will go and say how he's not making his goals and how, his family is going to go hungry. You can basically guarantee that for whatever Phil says, the truth is actually the opposite. Like I said, misunderstood. In reality, he is a bully. He is a success. In reality, Phil is basically piddling his money away. Well, our boy Phil Burnell, he got pretty pissed off at his viewers earlier today. Phil basically crashed out. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know what the whole term crashed out means. I figure it's just mental breakdown. But, I'm guessing that crashed out is the new hip term for 2025. But yeah, so Phil, he went ape shit when people asked him why it was that he bought his $300 steering wheel for it to play video games. And we're going to be finding out about that right about now. Okay, so let's get this party started, shall we? 3, 2, 1.
I've heard that some of these games aren't going to be good for my kind of stream, like Snow Runner, Mud Runner, Roadcraft, that they're like really extreme sims. Like they really try to emulate the experience of driving a certain type of vehicle, which I'm not interested in.
What's the point of buying a steering wheel if you don't want to get the most use out of it? You would think that if you now, I don't own a steering wheel for my game systems. I prefer, your simple controller. I prefer just a simple controller. I'm a simple guy. I like simple things in the world. But I figure if you're going to buy a steering wheel for your video games, you'd want to get the most money, most use out of it as possible. And besides, what would be more fun? You already got the steering wheel, you got the pedals, you got the shifter. What would be more fun than actually learning, about, big vehicles and everything? You got the equipment, But let's see what Phil has to say.
I want to learn how to drive a tractor. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's going to be fun. It's more casual fun is what I'm looking for.
In that case, a controller would have been enough to, but sufficient enough if you just want to do casual stuff. No, what it is, ladies and gentlemen, what it is that Phil only looks at the here and now. He looks at something and he wonders to himself, how can I make as much money right now off of something? Let's just say the steering wheel. How can I make as much money as possible off of the steering wheel and then throw all of it away? Bill, the concept of, building up, something over time and, that getting that payout further down the road. Bill doesn't want that because it does not click to him that that's something he can do. He just wants that. Basically, he likes to do something. He wants something that he slams everybody else on. He wants that instant gratification. Phil figured he'll spend $300 for that steering wheel and all, however much it was for the shift and the pedals. I know the shift was separate. I'm not sure the pedals were separate or not. But he spent all this money, and he's just thinking about how can I just right now. I prefer to go look at everything as like, when it comes, if you were to think of like Rome was not built in a day. It takes time to build up everything. I am the polar opposite of Phil Burnell. I understand that what I do will take years to cultivate and, and bear fruit, basically. Whereas Phil, he is basically like, I need it now, 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 now. And it isn't so much that he's like in a rush, like he has like say he needs that money right now because he has like an emergency, like say medical bills or whatever. No, Phil has an addiction. He's addicted to food, gambling, and alcohol. And that's why he needs that instant gratification. It isn't because he's actually trying to help somebody and, hey guys, my wife is sick. I need to make this much money to make sure my wife can survive to see the next day. No, the guy has addictions. And that's why he wants that instant gratification. Okay, Phil, come on, bud. Jesus Christ. How long is this? Holy shit.
And what did I purchase the wheel for? To play casual driving.
If you wanted to play casual driving, you don't need a wheel. A wheel is an investment. A wheel, the steering wheel, pedal, shifter, and all that, it's actually designed for people who actually have, want to actually get in depth in driving games. It's for somebody who wants like that literal experience. If you're just wanting casual, you don't need the wheel. You literally spent needlessly $300+ You spent $300+ when all you needed basically was this. Why the fuck does my controller? Well, not even my mic is up here. Wait, hold on. It's right. Yeah, it's right there. But for some reason, my controller it disappears like right here. What the fuck is with that? Anyway. And the thing is, it isn't Phil. It isn't with Phil. It isn't even that he wants to learn something new. He just wants to show everybody, hey guys, look what I spent $300 on. I got this wheel. I spent $300 on this wheel. It isn't that he wants to actually try and invest in his product at all. It's basically to kind of show everybody that he has money that he can just throw away, because ultimately that's what this is. He is just throwing away his money. And the thing is, once the hype dies down for this wheel, he's going to turn on the people because of it. Well, guys, I spent the $300 on this wheel. Why is nobody, supporting it anymore? That's how Phil is. That's how Phil is. Even though he probably made at least that much back already when it comes to the truck simulator.
Like American Truck Sim, like this taxi game, like anything that's more casualized. I'm not a proper driver sim dude. You know that. I've told you a million times. I'm not into car stuff. If I played a proper car sim right now, I would not know if the game is accurate or not because I'm not a car guy who drives cars all the time. It's lost to me. Do you get it?
So learn that's the thing about a lot of streamers. The viewers for streamers like to be there for a journey. From the beginning. Let's say in a parallel universe, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say Phil Burnell was actually a nice guy in a parallel universe, and he got this steering wheel. Let's say he actually had a job. He had a job and he bought this steering wheel. He knew absolutely nothing about how the steering wheel would work and everything. The viewers would be there not because he's basically begging them to be there, but they want to see somebody evolve. They watched him as he bought the steering wheel, as he had issues, as he was learning, and they were there at the very end when he was actually a master of using the wheel, using the pedal, using the shift and everything. And this Phil Burnell that we have here, he just doesn't want it. He doesn't want to evolve. All he wants is the money. He wants that quick fix. The guy's like a crack addict, to be honest.
Just like if there was a proper baseball simulator where every piece of the simulator was actually accurate to real baseball, I wouldn't know because I don't really play professional baseball. You understand the concept? It's called common sense.
Gee whiz, people say that I'm mean to them. I'm not mean to them. They're making me look bad. They're trying to make me look bad. No, Phil, It's your attitude like this that actually makes you look bad. It'd be one thing if Phil Burnell actually went out there and literally said, "I'm an asshole. I'm a bad guy. You know, I'm a jerk. You know, a jerk." I don't want to say bad guy, but you could be an asshole without being a bad guy. You could be, "I'm an asshole. I'm a jerk. I'm opinionated." You can be that, and that's okay. But for Phil, he likes to try and be a bad guy. Well, he is a bad guy. He tries to be an asshole and a jerk, but then he uses "I'm a nice guy" as a shield, and it just doesn't work because you have on one hand you have him literally being like, "I'm a nice guy. I don't understand why people are treating me this poorly," and then on the other hand, you literally have Phil treating his viewers like utter garbage.
You guys just want to whine about everything. Like, oh, so I just want casual gameplay, so I spend $300 on a wheel. No, I got the wheel because people were being so supportive with the truck.
You really have to wonder if Phil actually thinks about what he says or what he's going to spend. Oh, he actually doesn't think about what he spends his money on. The minute he gets that money, the money's already gone. It should have clicked on to Phil that if he was going to just want to play casually, he didn't need a wheel. He didn't need a wheel. Like I said, a wheel is something that it's like an investment. It's for hardcore. It's like a hardcore gaming peripheral. You don't see everybody who plays Forza needing a wheel because they're not hardcore. Phil tries to act like he's hardcore without being hardcore.
Sim streams and kept asking me to get a wheel for them.
How many people actually asked Phil for a wheel? Come on, let's be honest. I'm not saying that people didn't ask him, but I'm pretty sure the amount of people that asked him for a wheel was pretty small. Somebody goes, "Hey, Phil, you should get a wheel." And it wasn't so much the fact, like I mentioned, of evolving the product and everything. It was just, hey, I can own the trolls by spending $300 on a wheel. That'll own the trolls. When in reality, the trolls are just kind of laughing and pointing. Well, that's more the detractors. The trolls feed this habit.
So I said, because you guys are so supportive, I will. Okay.
Oh, now all of a sudden he wants to give the viewers what they want. When the viewers asked him before, "Hey, can you play games like Code Vein and Stellar Blade?" "Oh, fuck you, you're not getting that shit." Why is it that the viewers don't get what they want, but when 2 or 3 or 4, viewers say, "How about a wheel?" "Oh yeah, I'll spend $300 for a wheel." What?
I don't get it. I really don't. Like I directly responded to demand from my audience, and somehow I did something wrong. How about this? How about you are a whiny piece of garbage and you're banned from chat and I don't have to see you anymore whining like a little baby bitch?
I don't understand why people are mean to me. I'm nice to everybody. Didn't Phil literally go on one of his streams recently and say, "I'm not a bad guy. I've never been a bad guy. It's everybody else. They're all trying to make me look bad." Didn't he literally go out and say that he was never a bad guy? Oh, are we retconning right now? Are we retconning? I think we're retconning.
Okay, what's up, Adam? How are you? Am I ready for summer? Asked Rebecca. I've been ready. We had all the air conditioners installed. We had a week of summer weather, and now it's back to spring again. Like we're in the 60s and 70s every day. At night, it's actually legit cold.
Okay, I heard this and I'm like, I kind of just chuckled. Yeah, so let's take a quick look at the weather, shall we? Okay, now before I continue on, let me actually show you guys something real quick. Okay, do you know what this is? If you said it's a fan, yes, I'm not that fucking smart to make it look like something it's not. It is a fan. It's actually a window fan I have in my bedroom window, and because I love having nice fresh air blowing into my room every evening when I'm asleep, It could also be because I'm a fucking fat ass and I like my room being a little bit extra cold, but to say it's cold or even to say legit cold, that's like a goddamn joke. Okay, so let's do this and then let's do this. Okay. So let's check this out because I live. Let's see, maps, Google.com. I live in Kelso, which is in Washington State. I think at the most I'm like 1 to 200 miles south of Phil Burnell, which he lives in Renton, Washington. See, so let's do Kelso, Washington to Renton, Washington. So let's see here, 118 miles. Now that's just a rough estimate. Hold on, let's see here. 118 miles, as you can see here. It's about an hour and 54-minute trip, which makes me just, I'm fucking ashamed to have this piece of shit living in the same state that I live in. But anyway, so let's check the weather, shall we? What's the name of that? Oh, AccuWeather.com. No thanks. Kelso. Oh no, not Kelso. Fuck. Let's see, Renton, Washington. Let's see. Now he said it's legit cold. It's legit cold, like it's legit winter. Okay, let's take a look at this. Renton, Washington. It is currently 74 degrees. Real feel 81. What is it supposed to be tonight? Expect showery weather Friday. Okay, well that. Okay, let's daily. I'm wondering what he says legit. What is legit cold? 50 degrees is supposed to be legit cold tonight. 50 degrees is like fucking paradise. Let's see here. 58 tomorrow evening, or the low. 54, 53, 52, 53, 54, 56, 57, 56, 57, 56, 56. Let's go to the 4th of July. 4th of July. 51. So basically, the motherfucker is in the 50s for lows. He's in the 50s for lows, and he is claiming that, I don't know why I did that, that it's legit cold. Maybe if he didn't look like a fucking little, like, he looks like he's skin and bones, kind of, like, have you seen his arms? It's like fucking, like, just, it's, there's almost like nothing there. It literally looks like skin and bones. Maybe you had some fucking meat on your bones. Maybe you wouldn't be getting cold, legit cold, at 50 degrees. Holy fucking shit, what a crybaby. What a fucking crybaby.
But we can't turn on the heat because we have air conditioners in. Heat doesn't work when you have air conditioners in because the heat escapes. So
actually, a lot of air conditioners actually come with heaters. The air conditioner that I would have in my bedroom window, which I haven't put in yet, actually has a heater function, which is fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. It keeps my room nice and warm in the winter. Oh my god, it feels nice. I don't know why his air conditioners don't have a built-in heater function, but mine does. Or maybe since Phil is so fucking successful, why doesn't he get central air?
we're stuck. We're freezing at night now because it
Freezing. What temperature is considered freezing? Let's take a look here. The temperature considered freezing is 32 degrees. 32 degrees. The pig roach is freezing, ladies and gentlemen.
got cold again. So it was weird. It jumped the gun with this with the summer weather, and then it went backwards on it. There's rally races in Forza. I mean, that is true, right? There's rally races both in Forza and in Horizon. There's a whole off-roading circuit. iRacing, I was told to stay away from because number one, iRacing is a subscription model. They don't just let you buy the game. You have to pay like a monthly fee, which is kind of weird for one game.
You know what's also weird, ladies and gentlemen? Spending countless thousands of dollars on a gacha game where you get literally nothing in return. Where the only thing you can actually say that you have are a bunch of fucking sweaty men JPEGs. But yeah, spending money on a monthly subscription service for a racing game Yeah, that's totally weird.
And secondly, I guess it really is a hardcore sim. Like if you're really into racing or driving and you want to learn how to drive cars and stuff, that's what iRacing is for, but I'm not into that. So it probably would be lost on me and I'd probably suck ass at it.
No, basically what it is, it's like what I mentioned before. Phil, he just wants a game where he can put in the most minimum of effort playing. And while he, that way he doesn't have to divert too much brain power away from begging.
Oh yeah. Adam's been having crazy weather too. He says 2 straight weeks of nonstop rain. Jeez. Do I ever eat fruit? Yes, I do. Sometimes I eat
Who the fuck asks these questions? These have to be the stupidest fucking questions I've ever seen.
mangoes. I like various melons, stuff like that. Oh, I love pineapple actually. Pineapple's delicious too.
But then again, what can you expect from trolls,
Yeah,
larpers,
there's
and
Euro Truck
dents?
Sim, but I feel like Euro Truck Sim would kind of be a waste simply because it's the same game as American Truck Sim except in Europe. But it's the same exact game. It's just, oh, you're in Europe, drive on the left-hand side of the road and with European style, roads and laws. But that's the only difference, right?
I want a wheel for casual gaming. And then literally it's like he doesn't even want to play fucking driving games. It's literally like he doesn't want to play fucking driving games. Hey, Phil, can you play, oh God, the snow truck driver or whatever it's called, or mud truck driver? Oh no, those are too hardcore. Oh, okay. Well, hey, Phil, can you play Forza? Oh no, that they have rally. That'd be too much. That would be too hardcore. Hey Phil, what about iRacing or whatever it's called? No, that's a subscription service and it's too hardcore. Hey Phil, what about Euro Truck Driver? Oh no, that's just basically like American Truck Driver, and you're basically on the other side of the road with different lot. He literally sounds like he doesn't even want to play fucking driving games at all. Like I said, it goes to the fact that he bought this fucking wheel to lord over everybody and make as much money out of it as fucking quickly as possible and then get rid of it. I will make you a motherfucking bet that by, let's say December, I'll make you a bet by December that steering wheel, the pedals, the shifter, it's going to be on the mountain of junk that's either in his closet or in his garage. And then let's say next March, somebody's going to be like, "Hey, Phil, there's this new racing game out, or this new simulation game, or this new whatever. How about you pull the wheel out and we can have some fun?" Oh God, it'll take too long to pull it out and sit at the back. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's what's going to happen. Literally, that wheel, it's going to end up on the junk pile.
well in his middle age.
Okay, before I continue on, I am kind of curious here. Let's see here. I'm wondering, is Phil still streaming? Oh, it's a little bit after 4:16, so let's see here. I'm just curious if he's still streaming. Let's see here. Phil. Looks like he may be done. Cast and chill. Oh, that's no, that's 6:15 must when. Oh, it's upcoming. Okay. Blueprints early stream. Okay. Oh fuck that music. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm just kind of curious what the last tip was. Like, did he make the tip goal? Did he make the tip goal? Dismiss. Goals hit. Yeah, he did because he is at 172. So he did actually make the goal, which I'm not that shocked because he went on that rant and the trolls and the larpers and the dens. I basically consider trolls and larpers and dens basically to be the same group now. They're all people who are just wanting Phil's attention. The only group that really does not want Phil's attention and basically want to point out his fallacies is the detractors. That to me, I look at the trolls and the LARPers just to be like the dents. They're fucked up. They're fucked up.
Airhead, could you please stop repeating the same incessant message in the chat over and over? It's completely meaningless. Stop spamming.
Wow, now Phil knows how we feel when he constantly begs for money.
I timed you out. You came back, did it again one more time, and I think you're going to see my boot to your derriere, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh God, look out, everybody. The gated community member over here is starting to get his Hulk Hogan powered up, brother.
Stop being, annoying. Really? Gogeta says in Euro Truck Sim, you drive on the same side of the road. It's the UK and Ireland that's different. Is it? Oh, my goodness. Anyway, what was I going to say? Let's get some support today.
Oh yeah, like this begging here right here is not annoying at all.
Let's get some subs on Kick today. All right, we are down over 150 subs.
Good. You don't deserve 150. You don't deserve any subs.
Support has really dried up. That sucks. We were getting good amount of subs and support pretty much on every stream, and now I don't know what's happened. I'm playing newer games and less of the old stuff.
Newer games, less of the old stuff.
And the support dried up over there, and I don't get it. And the funny part is, I'm still getting support on YouTube. Super chats and tips are still going down. It's the Kick stuff that's dried up.
Well, maybe because you were an asshole and you basically banned all of your paying customers. Yeah, funny thing that is.
Playing Blueprints. I want to finish it, but I need support to do that, or else we gotta rotate it out and do something different, which I don't want to do. I want to keep it going at least.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, he's a real gamer. He plays games because he loves games. It's a hobby for him. Oh, by the way, I noticed that hat stupid picture frame either fell over. I wasn't really paying that much attention, but somehow it ended up falling over.
Box fell in a weird spot.
Look at those fucking arms. No wonder he's cold at 50 degrees.
Hilarious. 8 out of the 10 top sub gifters are banned. Well, let's take a look. You ready? Here we go. Dr. Lexus, not banned. Dr. Lexus was a butt kisser of the casino.
Wow. Now, I don't know these people. I know like some of them are from like Kino Casino, but I don't like see them or anything. But what if like, let's say this Dr. Lexus person, what if they were actually on vacation? They came back right at this moment, saw Phil shit talking them, and they're like, you know what? Fuck. I thought my money was actually going to help this guy, and he's going to treat me like this? Ah, fuck you. And they leave. Phil's mouth gets him in more trouble than any of the detractors ever could.
He came by and supported like crazy when I was with the casino, and the moment that I dropped them, he freaked out. He didn't come by for a week, then he came by for one stream and claimed he was still going to support, dropped exactly enough subs to be $220.
Yes, we got a code 220 over here.
And then left and never came back. So he's not banned. Iron Chef Sakai. We all know why Iron Chef Sakai is banned, because he's a piece of shit. Lance Catamaran, not banned. I don't even know who Lance Catamaran is.
Bullshit, you know who he is. Stop lying.
Come back. It's a me Ken. That's Iron Chef Sakai's sock account. That's also banned because it's Iron Chef Sakai.
Do you have proof of that? If anybody's watching this, it's me, Ken. Is that actually Iron Chef Sakai? I'm just wondering.
Rend, nope, not banned. Rend was a longtime supporter who hasn't been seen in months. They just decided not to come back.
Gee whiz, longtime supporter, and they've just decided not to come back. I'm wondering fucking why. If they're such a long-time supporter and all of a sudden they stop supporting, there has to be a goddamn reason.
Void was someone who literally said the only reason they supported me is because they had a dying friend in their deathbed saying that they wanted them to support me. That's a complete lie, by the way. Shit talked me. I don't remember if I even banned Void. but Void banned me from all their stuff.
How dare somebody ban me? Me, Ree! How dare they ban me?
And Perry the White, not banned. So there is literally one person banned in the top 10 supporters on this channel. It's Iron Chef Sakai. That's it. So what the fuck are you talking about, dunces?
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Please tell me again how you are, that you're a nice guy and how you never do anything mean to anybody. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
You want to make shit up? How about you bring some fucking facts next time, dunces?
Something has really triggered him. Have you noticed that lately? He just seems to be getting triggered more and more easily. You can literally ask him, "Hey, Phil, do you want to play a specific game?" And he will go off on you about that. This whole comment about, the certain amount of people being banned or whatever got him triggered. Something is going on in the background that has this guy getting triggered. And I'm really wondering what it is. I'm really wondering what it is.
Rare Tricks was also a casino supporter who decided to not come back.
They would be willing to support you, I'm pretty sure, but you treated a casino like shit. You treat them like shit. Nobody's going to want to stay there willingly and put up with getting treated like shit and still give you money, Phil. It doesn't work like that, dude.
Oh, did I actually ban Void? Okay. He banned
Oh, did I ban him? Oh, okay.
me first for literally no reason. And when I was actually still with the casino, he would shit talk me constantly on their streams and stuff, which made no fucking sense.
Yeah, I don't understand why they would shit talk me. I'm a nice guy. I never do anything to anybody. It's all them. They all trying to make me look bad. Oh, wait, you're a fucking idiot. Shut up, dunce. Yeah, Phil, you're not a bad guy. I was about to say you're not a nice guy. Well,
He was just an asshole. I don't know. So I guess there's two people banned. I would really love to understand people like, who is Iron Chef Sakai really, and where does he get his money from?
okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when people were originally questioning Phil's supporters, didn't Phil go on a tangent about how how they get their money is no one's business? Like how let's just for example, let's just say for example, OIC. If somebody questioned how OIC got his money, didn't Phil go on a rant to defend him, say, "You guys don't deserve to," or I don't want to say don't deserve, but you don't need to know how my viewers get their money. How they want to spend their money is their choice. And now all of a sudden, look at this. It's like the tables have flipped. Now he wants to know how his detractors are getting the money for getting their money and everything.
And why does he just throw it at people on the internet like he does in a crazy fashion? And also, what makes him so goddamn bipolar? That he like turns on people and then causes drama on streams and shit? Like, what kind of person is that? Because there's been more than one person who's done that over the years, right?
Oh, I'm laughing at the hypocrisy here. Those people are bipolar. Mr. I'm a nice guy. People treat me poorly for no reason. Shut up, you fucking loser. You're an asshole. Or Mr. I'm a nice guy. I'm misunderstood. I should be getting a lot of, sponsorships. And then all of a sudden he becomes, eat it, eat it. Eat shit in my ass with a spoon. Yeah, those people are the bipolar ones, not this piece of shit here.
We've had guys like Tutankhamun and stuff like that, and it's just bizarre. So you come on a stream, right? And you decide you're going to start massively supporting and being positive. And then over the course of several months, you say, hey, I want to be your mod because I like your content so much. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hate the person and you're shit talking them on their own stream and you're losing your mind, insulting the viewers and fans and the streamer. What are you doing? Then you apologize and claim you had a really bad day and you want to come back. So then you do. Then you support the stream again, and then you just do it again. Like, and also, where does the money come from? Like,
what's it any of your right to know where the money comes from? Going by your logic, you don't have a right to know where Iron Cuck Sakai gets his money. You don't have a right to know where Duty gets his money. Fuck, you don't even have a right to know where I get my money, but I'll tell you right now, it's because I bust my ass and I work 300 plus days a year. Phil doesn't have a right to know where you get your money from. As long as it's not illegal means, he doesn't have a right to know.
for me, let me put it this way, okay?
Okay.
For me,
Okay.
when I look at something that I'm going to spend money on, right?
Right.
Like, it's hard, like even the investment of something like this wheel that I was going to buy, right?
There he goes. He uses the word investment, but it's not an investment. It's a I don't even say get rich quick scheme because he doesn't have any long term. He doesn't have any long term plans for it. Basically, it's just about making a quick buck right here, right now. He uses the term investment, but he doesn't actually know what investment is.
I knew it was very expensive, but I want to be sure if I was going to buy this wheel and pedal and everything that we were going to get many streams out of it. It was going to benefit the business. It was going to benefit my content.
How is it going to benefit the business when you basically veto almost all the different types of games you could play? How is it benefiting the business, Phil? It's not. If you were actually going to, people are not expecting you to literally drop your life and dedicate your time to playing, hardcore sim driving games nonstop. But they want variety. They want variety. Literally, I can guarantee you, if he does not adapt and play different driving games, and I'm not talking about casual games like that fucking Taxi Simulator. Anybody can fucking play Taxi Simulator. If it has a controller, anybody can play. God damn it. If it has a controller, anybody can play it. People want to see him actually try and apply himself, and that's something Phil cannot do. That's something he cannot do. Just try. Fucking try. At least that way, if Phil tried and he didn't like, he actually say, "Hey guys, I gave it a try. I gave it, let's say I gave it 4 streams. I tried 4 streams to learn these difficult, mechanics, and it just wasn't for me." People could be like, "Oh, well, okay, at least he tried. At least he fucking tried." Phil is outright just vetoing it. Nope. 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 Not gonna play it. Not gonna play it. It's not an investment if you're not really wanting to use it that much. No, Phil, like I already mentioned, Phil just wants it. That way he can, play Truck Simulator, have one hand on a beer and the other on the. It's not, he's not an investment. It's not an investment.
It's not just something that I'm just buying frivolously that's going to sit around and not get use.
Oh my God, I just predicted it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. December, it'll end up in the closet or the garage. Next March, somebody will ask about it, and Phil will be like, "Oh, I just don't have the time to hook it back up. It takes too much time. I have to reconfigure my desk." No. After December gets here, that thing is going to disappear, and you're never going to see it again.
I used to do that. I 100% used to buy junk. I bought all those statues and all that crap that I used to have in my old place over a decade ago. But I learned from those mistakes. For me, it's like,
I learned from those mistakes. Yet he continues to rack up thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in WWE Champions. Oh yeah, Phil, you totally learned from your mistakes. You
I'm just going to be careful about what I spend and, what I'm supporting and stuff like that. Correct? And then this guy, He comes on a stream. Oh, I'm going to support. I'm just going to throw hundreds to thousands of dollars at multiple people on the internet out of nowhere.
It's his right. It's his right. No, what the problem is Phil is upset that he's not getting that money anymore. It's Phil is upset that he's not benefiting from all that money. And that's why he's all bitter right now.
But now today I hate them. Even though I just sent them thousands of dollars, now I'm going to say that I hate them. It doesn't sound like your head's screwed on too tight there. Seems like you got a couple things loose. And the question is, where does that money come from? Because if someone who acts like that, that's that bipolar, do you really think they're holding down like a Fortune 500?
Okay, well, they actually gave me a list, but I typed in, here, let me. I typed in, are there bipolar millionaires? And I got the AI answer, yes. Yes, there are bipolar millionaires. Okay, here, let's see here. Celebrities with bipolar disorder. Faye Dunaway. Oh, really? She has bipolar disorder? Huh. Widely known for her portrayal of Joan Crawford in the movie Mommy Dearest, the Oscar-winning actress confirmed she has bipolar disorder in 2024 documentary Faye. I worked with a group of doctors who analyzed my behavior, who gave me prescriptions for pills they thought would be good for me, and that helped, Dunaway said. Mariah Carey, diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2001. Carrie Fisher, she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 24. Bibi Rexha, the singer, she was, it doesn't say when she was diagnosed. Mel Gibson, in the 2008 documentary, Gibson said he had bipolar disorder. He's a millionaire. Demi Lovato. Let's see here. Lovato admitted herself to a clinic for addiction and self-harm in 2010. It was there she learned she was bipolar. She had bipolar disorder in 2010. Russell Brand. Let's see here. Doesn't really say when. It says, let's see here. Brand published his first autobiography in 2007 and detailed his struggles with drug abuse and recovery. Let's see here. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder as a youth. Brian Wilson. Let's see here. He was part of the wrote and produced 9 albums for the Beach Boys, it looks like. Doesn't really say anything about bipolar here. Kurt Cobain. Let's see here. Okay, the co-founder of Nirvana had attention deficit disorder. By the way, I was actually diagnosed with having a slight case of attention deficit disorder back when I was in junior high, all those many decades ago. As a child, then bipolar disorder later. Jimi Hendrix. Let's see here. It doesn't really mention anything here, but it does talk about his mental health issues. Ernest Hemingway. Wow, Ernest Hemingway. Let's see here. He was prone to manic depressive behavior throughout his life. Okay. Let's finish off with Ted Turner. Spent much of his life battling bipolar disorder. Okay, Phil, millionaires do not have bipolar disorder. I just literally named almost 12 out of 20 millionaires. Excuse me, that does.
Fucking investment job where they're making insane amounts of money. that they can frivolously throw at people on the internet, it sounds to me that their money's coming from someone. You know what I'm saying? Mommy and daddy or something like that. You know, fucking oil baron. Like where exactly is that coming from? Because I don't foresee people who are like intelligent, you know, nicely knit, smart people who have good investments and money don't usually go online and throw thousands of dollars at random streamers, then to become bipolar and be like, oh, I hate you, and then come back.
I'm not saying Ted Turner goes online and dumps all his money on people. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the motherfucker has bipolar disorder, and his net worth is worth over $1 billion. $1 billion.
And then leave again, throw more money at them. It's just bizarre behavior. Because it's one thing if someone.
You want to know what's also bizarre behavior? Knowing that you have an addiction to a gotcha game, but you do absolutely nothing to try and help yourself. Hell, people would be willing to give Phil a chance if he actually came out and goes, guys, I have an addiction to WWE Champions. I lied. I apologize. I lied. I have an addiction. I am actually going to actively try and, get help. People would be willing to give him a chance if he did something like that. But no, he actively just constantly fucking deflects. He lies, and he continues to gamble it away.
For example, comes by and says, hey, I want to support you because you're my absolute favorite streamer. So I am going to give you support, right? Some people might do that, and that's the one person who you support. This fucking guy, he's on the casino streams, he's on my streams, he's on detractor streams, he's throwing money in every direction.
It's his right. I know this is a foreign concept for you, Phil, but it's his right how he wants to spend his money. If he wanted to spend his money on you, if he wanted to spend his money along with you, detractors, duty stream, the Kino Casino, if he wanted to go to fucking gangbangs and throw his money away on sex workers in gangbangs, that's his right. That's his right. No, Phil is upset because he's not getting any more of that money. Phil is upset because he cannot profit from that money.
Where the fuck does the money come from? Right? What oil fucking geyser did you hit that you have infinitely rich? You could just throw money at people nonstop and then hate them the next day. It's fucking really odd. I would love to see a documentary on that shit. Where do these people get the money from? How about that person who delivered the bag of cash to Amaranth? Who the fuck was that? Where did you get the money from? What is with you?
You know what I find to be even more disturbing than what people spend their money on? I find Phil's attraction to scat humor to be pretty disturbing.
I want answers on this stuff. Very odd stuff.
Come on, Phil.
How many founders badges are there? How many are banned? I don't know how to see that. You can't see that. There is no.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Phil knows what the answer is. I'm pretty sure that, I don't know anything about Kick, but I'm pretty sure there is like a control panel that possibly, shows like all the badges or whatnot. And then it probably shows like who has these set badges. I refuse to believe that there is no option to actually see who has what badge.
Like dashboard on Kick that actually shows founder stuff, to my knowledge.
To my knowledge, which means that it's probably there and Phil's just not wanting to admit it.
There's a dashboard for VIP. There's a dashboard for OG.
So there are dashboards then. Phil just literally contradicted himself. He literally contradicted himself. Oh, there's not there, but there's stuff for OG badges. There's this badge.
There's no founders dashboard. I didn't even know how many founders badges I had.
Bullshit.
You can't see them.
Bullshit.
So I was telling people, hey, if you become a legit sub, you'll get a founders badge, but you can't see them.
Okay, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit, he went off on people just for the most simple of questions. Like I said, Phil is not wanting to evolve his business. He's not wanting to even invest in his business. Everything that he does, it's seen as a get rich quick scheme, basically. He wants to try and make as much money off of something, in this case that steering wheel, before the coals die and the iron goes cold, basically. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.